and welcome back to Opal&Mint. I am Ashley, and today's video is going to be very short, sweet, but exciting. I'm filming this on the day it's supposed to go up, and it is going to be very, very late, but that's okay. Fuumuui sent me some brushes, and I've talked about the dual-ended travel brushes, and I've used them in several videos now, and some like little videos on Instagram and stuff, but at the same time, they sent me these because I have been so curious about these that I didn't know they were sending these when they sent the dual-ended travel brushes, but these are the needle brushes. They sent me the size 4, 14, and 20, and I've been so curious about these. I haven't used them. I wanted to use them on camera to see kind of my reaction to them, but let me show you my reaction to them just looking at them. So, the sloth is not the main attraction here. Anyway, so when I saw these online, I don't know why, but I pictured them looking a little bit different. Let me see if I can get like close up. It's interesting because it looks like a liner brush was inserted in the middle of a round brush. They are different bristles. They're different materials here. And so it looks like, focus. It looks like a round brush with a liner brush sticking out of the middle. So I'm curious to try these. I'm curious to see what kind of marks and lines and maybe petals we can get out of these. So we're just gonna play with them. I'm not really gonna do anything specific. We're just gonna kind of mess around, play with them and see what they're about, see if I like them or not. Because of the Fuumuui brushes, these are some of the more expensive ones. Let me know if you've seen anything like this from another brand, because it just, in person, it looks very, very strange to me, but it could be really cool. I don't know yet. We're gonna see. The one thing that intrigued me when I first saw it is I feel like it would be really good to get a fine line for a long time. So like the belly of this brush will hold the pigment and water, and then the thin part will go, I don't know, because when you have just a liner brush, it runs out of water quickly. And so that's kind of my thought behind this. But let's turn the camera around, let's get some paper out, and we're just gonna start playing around and seeing what kind of marks these needle brushes can make. So I also wanted to know, I had commented and told somebody that the 2025 flowers cup would be out last week, and I am sorry it is not out yet. I have scanned in the flowers and I'm trying to put them together, and I'm having a really hard time in Photoshop. I don't know why, because I am a photographer of 15 years. I can Photoshop, but I'm having a hard time scanning them in cleanly, I think is the problem. But I am working on it, and I really, really am excited to have a second flowers cup. But these two are available on the website, but as soon as I have the second flowers cup, I will let y'all know. Okay, let's see here. I want to start with the middle one. And they have other sizes of this. They have a set of, I don't know, 5 or 6 sizes. I think the 3 is probably a good amount, because I don't know that I would need a bunch of this style of brush, if that makes any sense at all. I'm just really, really curious to see. And oh, okay, I see the thing. The glue is really sticking in there, isn't it? Starting to soften up. Here's what the brush looks like. It does, when it's wet, come to a very, very fine point. So that is exciting. All right, so I'm just gonna use my Daniel Smith paints. I am using the Fuumuui paper today. I need to get more of this. There's like 2 papers left. I think I'm just gonna, no, I wanna do marks first. So I'm going to, getting paint out of the pan, I could see being a little problematic. I can get it on the one sticking out of the brush, but not into the belly of the other one, unless I go onto here and kind of swirl it in there. So that's what I'm gonna do. That way we're getting it through the whole brush, because I wanna see how long of a line I can do before it runs out. So, all right, fully loaded. Are you ready for this? We're just gonna kind of go back and forth and see what happens. Maybe up and down. Oh, it's starting to drip. Okay, so the belly of it's not holding on to all that water very well. It's gonna, I don't know if you see that. It's got a drip at the end. So it's gonna start off really fat. There we go. Wow, ignore the wiggly line. A little bit shaky today. It is supplying, oops, I pushed too hard. It is supplying quite a bit of water and pigment to this little liner brush in the end. So that's pretty cool. It's still going. It is getting lighter, but it is still going. I could see doing like a lot of details on a flower. Look at that. Will it run out? Oh, it's starting to dry brush a little bit. But then it like picked back up. Wow. It's still kind of going. It had a little bit of dry brushing, but, oh, there it goes, there it goes. It's running out. I can feel it getting dry. Okay, that's quite a bit. And look at the like fade to lighter. So it definitely holds quite a bit when you load it up. I want to see what happens if I... It's definitely a strange feeling. Using it like this, it looks like it's like sticking up a finger. Oh, that's funny looking. Okay. But, like, that's kind of cool. See, I feel like the use that I would have for it is using it as the liner brush and it just having a lot of pigment in the belly of that brush. But I do want to see, I guess I'm painting fireworks, I don't know. I do want to see if I can make some unique strokes with this though, and maybe some different flower petals. So I'm just going to turn this the other way. What color flower? Feeling red, I don't know why. So I'm going to get some red here. And we'll go to another size in a second too. I just want to kind of feel this one out. All right, so I've got it loaded. We're going to point our brush toward the center of the flower and kind of push. Okay, there's maybe a petal. It's an interesting shape, but let's do this. It definitely feels weird trying to make shapes out of it. Oh dear. Yeah, not actually the easiest to make a petal out of. Oh dear. Yeah. Not in the traditional way. Okay. It works, but it's strange. I'm curious if you have seen these or if you have them. What do you use them for? What would you use them for? Because I feel like doing line work is going to be where they shine and, you know, have a lot of pigment in their bristles where it just continues. I'm just making marks right now. I'm wanting to see what the brush can do. Let's see. Let's get some Quinn Gold and mix it in there. I mean, that's some kind of shape. Oh goodness. Let me get a different size. Let's see what else we can do with perhaps a smaller one, because the smaller one isn't such a drastic difference from one to the other. Let's try some leaves. We've tried flower petals. Let's try some leaves. And I think this one might actually work a little bit better for leaves. So, oh yeah. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, because you can get a nice fine stem and then push that. Oh, yep. Okay, I found something I like to paint with it. Leaves. Oh, yeah. Okay, I can see using these now. That's really cool. It does when you lift it back up, come back to a really fine point, which I'm trying to, if I just pick it up quicker maybe, let's try. So point, fat, and well, that's a very blunt leaf, but it's not quite as smooth for doing a leaf as using just a round brush because of the pickup. But the stem part at the beginning is very easy. Here, kind of go down. Again, it definitely comes back to a point at the end, but you could fill it in. The strokes it makes on the side of the brush are kind of cool. Just kind of play. And when you do like quick strokes, you can kind of see what else the brush will do. Those are cool leaves. That's cool. So let's say we do a kind of a fern looking. So we've got our stem. And let's just like, yeah, put in leaves like that along that. It's just another brush that you have to kind of learn how to make strokes with it. Does that make sense? Fern wasn't the right word, but I think you know what I meant, hopefully. But yeah, doing strokes like this make really, really good leaves. Yeah. Ooh! Why? Why do I get so excited? I like this green too. Maybe doing the leaf instead of from the stem, starting on the tip of the leaf and then lifting up to the stem, perhaps would be best for these because we got the, and then, yeah. Okay, so like we, there and then lift. So going in towards our petals instead of out. Interesting. Like so. Yeah, that works. Okay. All right, so I like this for leaves. Let's try the biggest brush and see what happens with it. I'm not sure what I would paint with this. Obviously, bigger painting, bigger leaves kind of thing. If you're painting large, maybe. Again, I didn't want this video to be super long, so I'm gonna wrap this up. But if you wanna see me attempt to do a painting with just these brushes, let me know. I've seen these all over like shorts and reels and stuff, but I don't know that I've seen a painting done with them, like a full-on painting. So let me know if you want to see that and what you would want me to paint with it. Yeah, getting into the paint, to get to the belly of the brush is a little bit difficult without, going on your palette. You can do that. It's a strange feeling, this brush, because it's just not like anything I've used. Sorry about my voice going in and out. I had some allergic reactions and okay, let's see. Okay, we need more water. Yep, I'm losing my voice. Please forgive me. So interesting. Let's go back to the green. Okay, so we definitely can do some leaves with this thing. I'm getting more comfortable with leaves. Let's see. Yeah, you can even do a pretty fine line with this big one. It's not, obviously as tiny, but I could see somebody using this for calligraphy painting. I'm not good with lettering, but I could totally see, because the pigment would last longer because of the brush. Interesting. I'm trying to think if there's any other shape I could make other than a leaf with this. Let's see if I did. Yeah, it's a strange feeling in the hand. It's not quite as natural as using other brushes, but I could see me pulling these out for the details. I don't know that I would reach for this to make flowers, the shapes of the flowers, but I could totally see me pulling this out to do some details on the flowers. So like this flower here, taking it and doing the little veining lines. It's very, very fine and holds a lot of pigment and water, so it would just keep going. You know, I'm just gonna keep making marks because it's still going. Yeah, it's still going. So this right here is what I would use it for, and I'm probably gonna start using this in videos for that very reason. I don't know if I'm gonna use it for painting shapes of things necessarily, but for those details, which is probably what it's designed to do anyways, yeah, I could totally see that. So I think I'm gonna wrap up the video here. Hopefully this was helpful for you. If you wanna see me talk about the Fuumuui double-ended brushes, I've talked about them and used them, but I haven't like sat down and reviewed them for you. But if you want me to talk about those, let me know. I can do that in another video. But that is it for this one. If you did enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already and you want to see our future videos, hit that subscribe button down below. We'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hopefully not very, very late, just a little late. Okay, not the sloth. Focus on me. Goodbye, Dietrich. Let's turn this way a little bit. The camera really likes the sloth today. It misses Kylie. She'll be here soon. Okay. Focus. Focus. Ha! 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 Excuse me.